Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. In this video, we're going to be looking at how you can make some fun light up badges using LED and cardboard. So let's get started. Here are the main materials that we will be needing for making this badge. We'll need some electronics such as LED, battery holder, and some wires. Make sure that these wires are small. We'll need 3 pieces so you can cut them and keep them ready. We'll also need soldering equipment, so your solder iron, solder, and helping hands. And for making the badge, you'll need a cardboard, cutter, a safety pin, and other stationery that you want for decoration. So first, let's make the circuit. So here's the circuit that we're going to be soldering, and let's start. So once again, these wires, the reason that we're trying to make them small is because we need to put them behind a badge. So we don't want a really large circuit, and it's going to make that difficult. So before we solder, just make sure to strip all the wires on both sides. So that's 3 pieces of wire on both sides. If you haven't stripped a wire before, it means that you have to remove the insulation so as to expose the wire so that you can solder. So you can grab a cutter that looks like this, and essentially there is a part with the little ridges that are meant for stripping. So it means just holding it in a slant like this and pulling out so that the wire is exposed. So go ahead and do this for all sides of the wire. So once that's done, you can start soldering the circuit. So we've kept the circuit in an insert so that you can sort of have a reference, and we're going to start. Make sure not to, you can keep the battery aside when you're soldering and just solder the battery holder. Make sure to notice which side is the positive and which side is the negative, because we have to ensure that the positive of the battery is connected to the positive of the LED. So let's solder up the circuit. Just to make sure, now that we're attaching it, to make sure that the positive goes to the positive of the LED and the negative of the holder goes to the negative. If you're using a holder that looks like this, then know that the part with the single line coming up, the part that's connected to that is the negative, and the sort of squarish metal shape you see here, that is connected to the positive. So let's go and solder this to the circuit. Okay, so now we put the battery in and the circuit's working. Let's make sure the switch works as well. Perfect. Next, let's tape all the exposed parts of the circuit over here. That's basically all the metal parts that you can see. And the reason that we're doing that is because we're basically going to be sticking this entire circuit behind a piece of cardboard. So what can happen then is certain connections can touch when they're not supposed to be touching, causing what's known as a short circuit. So we're going to be taping up all the exposed parts of this. So once this is done, let's keep all the soldering equipment aside and the circuit aside, and let's start working on the badge. So let's draw out whatever we want on the badge on this piece of cardboard, and make sure to sort of decide where you want the LED to be. So I'm thinking of drawing since our LED is green, yellow-green, I'm thinking of drawing this sort of one-eyed alien. So something that goes like this. The entire size of this cardboard is around 6 by 6 centimeters, so just make sure to make it a bit, make it around that size. and make a mark as to where you want the LED to be. So I want my LED here, so I'm just going to mark this. So now that this is done, cut out the shape and poke a hole wherever you want the LED to show up. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut out the shape, and I'm also just going to make this badge a little bit bigger so that the entire circuit will fit in. Now we have a badge cut out and the hole for the LED mark, so we're just going to quickly decorate it. So now that we have the badge and the circuit ready, we can tape up the circuit to the back of the badge. Now first put in the LED because that will help you sort of mark the position for where the rest of it has to go, and then once you have it in place, start taping it up to the cardboard. If you have glue gun, you can use a glue gun as well for this step. They both work pretty well. And lastly, just add the pin. You can, again, if you have hot glue, you can glue this side of the pin to the cardboard, else you can just tape the fixed side to the cardboard. And there you go, your badge is ready. So make a bunch of these and style your clothes, your bags, and make them your own. So we're really excited to see what you make. So make sure to share your work with us at Instagram at Paper Crane Lab. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely subscribe to our channel for more such fun tutorials.